archaeologists. I'm the Johnstruct. Welcome to the proximity. I'm having a storyteller adventure. And we are on
Beauty.
Chapter 5. Beauty! It has sound now. And it appears we have completed most of beauty already. There is that one left, isn't there? So let's click on it, shall we? Or two.
Tiny gets a kiss.
Tiny gets a kiss. Does he now? So we've already solved one of them. I thought it'd play out. Yes, let's read the story that I wrote the first time round. There was a witch, and she had a magic mirror, and the magic mirror was like, Snowy is the fairest. And she was like, well, fuck you, Snowy, you are a frog now. And the frog goes to the princess and says, I'm a princess, you know what to do in that situation. But Tiny, he's in a boat with the witch, and he doesn't want to kiss the witch. So the witch turns him into a frog as well. And then, the prince finds him in the boat, in the love boat. But it's not. He thinks it's Snowy, but it's not. It's Tiny. Try that again, shall we?
Tiny gets a kiss.
Oops. An ungrateful maiden. Oh, right. Tiny. No, don't want that one. Stop pressing it, John. I'm not really sure how to go about doing this. Ungrateful maiden. Alright, that's gonna be the simple one, isn't it? Tiny's gotten a kiss, but there we go. Once upon a time, there was a witch in a mirror, and the mirror's like, you are not the fairest. Snowy is the fairest. And she's like, well, I'm going to go out to the forest and turn Snowy into a frog. And then I'm not in the story anymore. And the frog finds Tiny in the forest. Says, I'm Snowy. I need a kiss on a boat. That's all kisses take places on boats. And so they get to a boat. They do the kiss. And Tiny's like, oh, yep, I enjoy this situation. But they find themselves on another love boat. And she's like, I'm not really into you. I'm sorry.
A kiss and a curse. Tiny gets a kiss.
Here we go.
The manor.
The manor. Oh.
Murderer is arrested.
Well, there's got to be a murder for there to be a murderer. Is there remorse? Well, Okay, well that butler, he's gonna murder the fuck out of the Duke. Like so. But oh no. Once upon a time there was an angry butler, doesn't like the Duke at all, so he shoots him in the heart, and the Duke dies, and he's like, oh fuck, I shot him in the heart? What sort of monster am I? And he goes, I did it, detective, you're going to jail, the detective says. Oh, fingerprints, and why is there a dot there?
Someone gets arrested.
But who? See, there's two answers. Once upon a time, I feel like I did this in the original game, but once upon a time there was an evil butler, and he was like, I'm gonna murder the fuck out of the Duchess. Just put this gun back, and then, not knowing about this, the Duke is just like, I like my gun, I'm gonna admire my gun. And the detective's like, oh, look at this gun, look for it as the murder weapon. And it has fingerprints, it's the Duke's fingerprints. And he goes, you, Duke, you murdered the Duchess. And she's like, what, she's dead? Perhaps. Perhaps it was too late. Once upon a time, there was an evil butler and he killed the Duchess. And is out with the gun back. Ah, the Duke. You know the Duke. He likes to come around, admire his gun. But the detective was quicker this time. And he got the right fingerprints. And although he was like, yeah, it's a lovely gun, didn't matter, it was too late. For the detective found the butler did it. He solved the crime.
Intrigue.
Crown intrigue.
The Queen is rescued.
Let me see one. Oh. Queen. The queen is rescued. So once upon a time there was an evil baron and a queen. Might also be evil, who knows. But right now the baron's being evil. He kidnaps the queen and the knight's like, you shouldn't have been kidnapped. That was kind of weird. And they're like, let's marry. And sorry, I meant to say, once upon a time, there was an evil baron and possibly an evil queen. No, the baron is being more evil right now. He kidnaps the queen, puts her in a box, and one day a knight comes along and is like, that's wrong! You shouldn't be kidnapped. And then the queen's like, I'll kidnap that baron. Now I'm more evil than you, sort of. I'm just sort of getting revenge mostly, but
Usurper is forgiven.
The fuck? Once upon a time, a dog kidnapped a queen. And everyone was like, this is a good boy. You get to be the king now. And the dog's like, I'm gonna, you know what, that was the bad boy. I was a bad dog. I'll let you go. And it's like, I'm supposed to be fucking queen. You go up there for a second. Cool. I am officially queen again. But you're just a dog, so it's fine. You come back out.
Secrets.
Oh, no secrets. I found all the secrets.
Justice.
Justice.
Queen beheads all men.
Does she? Oh, I'm struggling to get this off the ground, which is ironic because that's immediately what happens to the queen. Oh, you can do that with very little provocation. Well, that's one guy killed. Well, obviously, yep, you're doing great. Hmm. Oh, okay. He's just willing to do that anyway. I can kill all the men. That's a story, it's just not the right one. How do I do this in one? That's interesting. Getting her to kill the knight is difficult as is, let alone both of them. It tells a story. Genesis.
Eve rejects apple.
There we go. Once upon a time, in the Garden of Eden, the snake was like, I have this apple, it's amazing. And Adam's like, yeah, I fucking love apples. And then God, it's just like, no, fucking, I said, don't eat the goddamn apples. And smote Adam. And then the snake is like, Eve, do you want apples? I'm like, no, fucking God gets well weird about that shit.
God is happy at everyone.
Once upon a time, he found a snake at an apple tree, and the snake is like, fucking apples, brilliant. She's like, yeah, I'll have some of that apple. And God was like, no, don't eat the apples of the tree, you fucks. Smites Eve. The snake is like, do you want an apple, Adam? And he's, no, that seems like a shit idea. And then Eve comes back to life, and the snake's like, you want another bite of the apple? No! Oh, it's a terrible idea. And God's like, yeah, well, happy with my team of people who didn't eat the apple. Well, happy about that.
Rejects. God is happy. The justice. Queen beheads all men.
But how? Yeah. Once upon a time, there was a queen and an evil baron, and he's like, I stab at thee at the edge of the cliff so you fall down, and he goes, ah! And they're like, okay, well, I guess this knight will be king now. Probably the baron's not super happy about that, but oh no, the queen has come back to life. And the queen's like, marry me, knight king? To get, I would love that. And he's like, yeah, that's a great idea. It's like, you fuck, you had my king crown on, you die now. And also, you murdered me. You also gonna, let's do them now. Them ornaments. You murdered the fuck out of me. I didn't appreciate that. And also, you know what? I think this is so